10 years from now, in my bed, in my apartment, with an empty draft of a script in front of me. Okay, a little bit of info on that. You see, 10 years from now, I see myself as a filmmaker who, while is very talented, kind of struggles to make scripts. So, to get inspiration, I take my green jacket, I put on, sorry. I put on my green hoodie, I put on my headphones, and I go outside to take inspiration from Mother Nature. Okay. So, as I walk outside, I put on my earphones and I listen to my old classmate from high school, Chris Salin Subao. She is very well known on YouTube for doing covers of very famous songs. So, while walking, I get the idea to make a comedy show about construction workers. So what do? Well, of course, I go to a nearby construction site and I plan on talking to the construction workers. Inside, though, I didn't see any construction workers, but instead, I saw 3 familiar people. One of them was a very small girl who looked like a child. Can any of you guess who is that? Yes, very correct. Thank you. When I walked inside, this angry little girl came over to me and said, "Hoy! Ikaw ha? Bawal outside dito." As she got closer, I realized that this girl was Aunt Kimberly Valencelina, who is now a very successful architect. She has made over 100 projects in just a year, and she has successfully built a house for her parents and for herself for free. Completely free. Okay. As she got closer, I recognized her, and I told her, "Uy, Kim! Uy, ka pa pala! Grabe, kumusta ka na?" And she looked at me with a disappointed face, while the other 2 people came over. The other 2 were John Derek Gabin and Paula Andal. They were 2 very successful civil engineers. So the 2 of them were responsible for over 10% of Manila's newest buildings. They came over and we had a laugh. We exchanged pleasantries, we talked about our future, we talked about how things have been, and eventually, pinalabas na ako ni Kim. Okay. On my way out, I realized that I could make a romantic story involving office workers. So, I went to a nearby building and went inside to talk to the secretary. On my way out, kasi pinalabas ako, ayaw nila sa akin, I saw 3 familiar people looking at me and saying, "Uy, kakailangan niyo ba yun?" Those 3 familiar people were Bral Platon, Chios Ibong, and Raven C. Gutierrez. Di ko alam ano talaga ang believe in the story. They were 3 very successful businessmen in the future. They were responsible for boosting 10% of the Philippines economy. And yes, sila lang yun. 10%, sila lang yun. Grabe, napakagaling talaga. I talked with them, I laughed with them, and as pinapalabas ako ng guard, nagtatawanan pa rin kami. Okay. So, unfortunately, nung pagbato sa akin ng guard palabas, nabali ko ang daliri ko sa aking paa. So, naisipan ko pumunta sa aking doctor sa hospital. On my way there sa hospital, I bumped into Donna Habitan. And she was on her way to Europe. She was now a very successful doctor who graduated early from med school. They say she is one of the most successful doctors in the Philippines and is highly requested in Europe. Okay. I wanted to talk to her, but unfortunately she just said, "Topic ka na, mapunta pa ako sa Europe ka na." Okay. And so after that, I made my way inside the hospital and I saw 2 other familiar people. It was Richard Curly and Franz Maxine. Yes. They were 2 successful med students that were expected to become very successful doctors. Unfortunately though, may nagutos sa kanila, so yes, di ko siya makausap. So yun. After getting my foot checked, I became hungry. So, I went to a nearby restaurant named Cuisines de Almacen. As I walked inside, there was someone performing. Her name was Gail de la Peña. She was a very successful singer and dancer who has performed in countless TV shows and has won numerous music awards. After listening for a bit, I sit down and see 2 other familiar people. One of them was an accountant. Her name was John Garcilian. She was a very successful accountant working for a very successful bank. She was also the leader at her church, and she also loved to travel with her family. And she was talking to another familiar person, someone who I actively disliked in high school. His name was John Paulo Bato. He was a in the future, he's a very well-known singer, dancer, comedian, actor, philanthropist, entrepreneur, and chef. His famous meal is barbecue. We talked for a while, we laughed, and unfortunately, pinalabas ako ni Batong kasi pangit pa rin ako sa future. Okay. So on my way out, I received a notification on my phone saying that my favorite Twitch streamer and Fortnite player and best friend ni Marshmallow, si Raymart Anthony Cabral, was streaming live. So on my way home, I decided to get a few snacks and went into 7-Eleven. As I got my snacks, I realized that everyone inside was actually all my old classmates from grade 7 to 10. We laughed, ginagana namin si Batong, and we laughed some more. But then suddenly, my alarm rang. I was back in my bed 10 years ago, getting ready for school. As I walked into school, I told my story to my classmates. We all laughed some more and made some memories. Fun fact, this dream was actually real. 3 years ago, I had a dream that we would all eventually reunite at a 7-Eleven. Yes, poor namin o 7-Eleven. So, what now? Yun na ba yun? Kukwenta ko lang kung ano nakita ko sa kanila 10 years from now? Of course not. It is my firm belief that me and everyone in my class and everyone in my previous classes are going to work hard to fulfill this dream of ours. A dream without a plan is just that, a dream. But that is not what's going to happen to us. This dream is going to become reality. This prophecy will not stay, this is speech. This will not stay like this. Eventually, 10 years from now, everything that I've just said will come true. And I know deep in my heart that, kaya namin to. Thank you, and good night, everyone. Also, makita nyo ulit ako mamaya, so huwag kayong mabalala.